our next story, we're talking about Sosuun and Kenrazy. Now, this couple has been on and off for a hot minute. And Sosuun got on the internet yesterday and said, a few very interesting things. She took to her Instagram and said, with this pretty face, my biggest regret was marrying Kenrazy and marrying into a family that never showed me a single form of love to a human being that's loved each and every one of them and given them beautiful daughters. If anything mysterious ever happens to me, y'all know where to find the answers. God, if only roads could tell walkers where not to go, I would have picked a different direction. And immediately we were like, hey, what is happening? What's wrong? What's going on, on your end of the camp? Because that's a very weighty statement to put out there. Your life is in danger. Your in-laws may be involved. They never liked you despite you treating them like family. Like, what exactly is happening so soon? We would love to know. But as much as I was curious, there's another part of me that was like, okay, drop the song, because the last time Sosuun came out with drama and they did the whole thing with that other lady, they dropped another very mediocre song like the next day. So it was like, another song. You're bringing your in-laws into a fight because of a song. Hey, she did it with Vivian. It was just a very interesting song. So it's like, you're going to bring your in-laws into a fight because of a song. Anyway, I'm not quite sure if that is the case, because she has actually pointed out the disapproval of her in-laws for a hot minute, mostly because of her lifestyle, her dress code, her actions as a married woman. And she does say that a lot of the reasons, or a huge reason why her and Kenrazy actually broke up and separated in 2020 was because of his family. She says, that family has stepped on me. Then I got into a place where I felt very depressed and I realized that I do not fit in that box, even though we had a beautiful family. So they did separate in 2020. They do try their level best not to talk about each other in a very negative light. Actually, you could even think they're still together. There's always that on and off going on with the two of them. However, she says that the sister-in-law, Kenrazy's sister, has been the biggest thorn in the flesh. She says, I have learned not to underestimate somebody who has hated you since the very first day they laid their eyes on you. You have no idea how far they're willing to go just to make sure that everyone else in their family hates you. You will never be enough to You'll never be enough to a malicious sister-in-law, especially if you are living happily with their brother. They will always have a problem with you. And I'm just like, I feel like there's more tea here. Why is sister-in-law so pressed about the relationship between her brother and Sosuun? Because that's really crazy to me. And if that's the only reason, you guys are only having problems in your relationship because of the in-laws, why are you blaming everyone else instead of talking to your husband? Like, if my in-laws are bullying me, who is my point of contact? I go to my husband and say, hey, are you not going to stand up for me? Because it's kind of crazy for you to be coming on the internet to fight everyone else but the person who's supposed to be fighting for you. So I feel like Sosuun, address these things with your husband, okay? If somebody is threatening your life, tell your husband or ex-husband, hey, the mother of your children is being threatened by your sisters and your mothers. What are you going to do about it? Why are you silent in all of this? So call him out instead of bringing everyone else into your drama. Anyway, I don't like to gossip, so...
In-laws are tricky to navigate, to be entirely honest, because much as you want to live your lives outside with you and your partner, you will always your lives will always intertwine. At one point or another, you will have a meeting, there will be a sick person. There's always an intertwining of it all, and therefore it is important for you to find and learn your boundaries and extend your Extend grace where it's needed, extend olive branches where they're needed, but most of all, just have your boundaries set in place, because otherwise anyone can walk all over you. If you don't say please no, or just this please no, apa tutakosana. If you do not stand your ground, you can be pushed around quite easily and quite frequently, because there's some people who are just evil. Like, sometimes you hear stories about in-laws, other people's in-laws, and you're like, what? Manaishi aje huku kwenyu, because you will hear stories about others poisoning others, their food. You will hear about people sending thieves to your house. And you're like, what movie is this? What telenovela are you living? Because, baby girl, that's not how everyone else is living. You're living in a telenovela and you don't even know. Oh my God. Ultimately, Sosuun, if someone is putting your life in danger, you know what? If your husband isn't going to help, call the cops. Let there be at least record of this. Don't be telling us to be the police in your life, because honestly, we can't do it. Imagine someone telling the public, oh, watch out for me, look out in case of anything, and you've not gone to the police. Have you gone to the police? Do they have records of you actually being harassed? Because bullying and cyberbullying in the form of phones, even messages, can be considered cyberbullying. Please go and report. Don't start telling us to be your accountability partners if you're not also being accountable for yourself. Like, we also have to draw a line somewhere. You also have to take action yourself. So please go to the cops, report these cases of harassment or life endangerment or whatever it is.
Help us help
you, so that at least if anything else happens, the police have somewhere to start. By the way, huyu alifanya hivi na hivi na hivi mnamo tarehe hii na hii na hii na tukafanya hivi na hivi na hivi. They have something to start from. But telling us to now go to the cops and start telling them, oh, she told us on Instagram, bro, itakuwa ngumu tena sana. But either way, we sympathize with the situation. I can only imagine how difficult it is to deal with in-laws. Yeesh, especially bad in-laws can be amazing, but they also can be treacherous. And I am so sad for anyone who finds bad in-laws. Guy, I can't. Woo! I do not pray for your life. I do not pray for it at all.